Welcome, this is the term 4 final test review sheet solution tutorial. Here I will be covering number 11, which is just asks us to just solve this. It looks like it's a polynomial equaling to 0, and it looks like a quadratic because there's three terms. The highest exponent is a exponent of 2. The hint here does tell us to use the quadratic equation. So I bust out all the steps for the quadratic equations that we have in our notes. All we have to do here is just follow the steps. First of all, we want to make sure it is put into standard form, and it does look like it is already in standard form, so that makes our life so much easier. Then let's find our a value. Our a value is that number in front here, so that would be an 8. Our b is going to be that number in front of the x, which is a 9. And our c, which is our constant, is going to be that number that is trailing without a letter, which is going to be 2. Now we can plug this into the quadratic equation. Negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac divided all over 2a. So here you have the negative b, so negative parentheses 9 plus and minus the square root 9 squared minus 4 times 8 times 2. Then it's going to be divided by 2 times 8 right there. Okay, so now my hard part is, well, I know what this is, all right? I already know that, and I already know this is going to be divided by x is equal to negative 9 out in front, plus and minus, then divided by 2 times 8, which is 16. I just need to know what's inside that radical. So radical, what is on the inside? To do that, we just can use just Desmos to figure out what that is on the inside. Okay? Let's see here. It is 9 squared plus 4 times 8 times 2. That gets you 145. Okay? So, you can write this is the square root of 145. Can the square root of 145 be broken down easily? Square root 145. No, it cannot be broken down easily. All right, so that's what you leave it as. So your first solution would be the adding one. So x is equal to negative 9 plus the square root of 145 divided by 16. Leave it here. Then you also have x is equal to negative 9 minus the square root of 145 divided by 16. There you go. That is how you solved it. So let's do part B here. Okay, let me just grab another template to use. There we go. We have the steps: step 0, step 1, step 2, and step 3. Our life is actually made easier because it looks like it is already into standard form. So we can automatically go to step 1. The a value here is that term in front of the x squared, which is going to be that 2. The b is that number in front of the x, which is 2. And the c here is going to be that variable that's by itself, which is negative 18. Plug that into our quadratic equation. You get x is equal to negative 2 plus and minus the square root of 2 squared minus 4 times 2 times 18 divided by 2 times 2. Then we can now simplify. Just x is equal to negative 2 plus and minus the square root divided by 4. 2 times 2 is 4. I don't know what's inside that radical, and I do not want to do it in my head, so I'm just going to use Desmos. Okay. And this is 2 squared minus 4 times 2 times 18. Why is that a negative? Is that really a negative? Oh no, it's negative 18. Yeah. So it's 148 because there was a negative here. Do you see how it's negative 18, negative 18? Okay. Whoops. Let's see. Right there. So inside, it should be a radical 148. So this is 148. Let's see. Can radical 148 be broken down? The square root of 148. Nope, it cannot be broken down neatly. So we can just leave it like that. We can now write this x is equal to negative 2 plus the square root of 148 divided by 4. And the second solution would be negative 2 minus the square root of 148 divided by 4. There you go. That is how you solve using the quadratic equation.